Morning all. Well, I have mentioned on the channel about the secret project, done it a couple of times, and we're off in a number one car, because number one car is ULEZ compliant, to the secret project today. So got me bits, away we go. Right, here we go then. Secret project. Time to hit the road in the small motor. Yeah, so what happened was I was sitting in the office. So I was in the office then. Probably by the time you see this I'll be driving a lorry, because the office thing didn't work out along with everything else in my life. I got a phone call and the bloke said, I know it's an email first of all, so I replied to the email. And then I got a phone call, and it was, hi, we're recording this show for Channel 5 called Motorway Madness, Highways from Hell, or something like that. I can't quite remember, to be honest with you. And he said, have you ever seen it? And I went, no. I said, but I think my father-in-law's seen it, who, ironic enough, was sitting downstairs at the time, so he was having a cup of tea with the missus. And he basically said, well, it's kind of dash camera footage, and we have people that comment on the dash camera footage and say what they thought happened, what they thought went wrong, why they thought it went wrong, and what could have been done to prevent it in the future. So I went, okay, right, yeah, okay, lovely, fair enough. Then he said, and we've got on the show a team of experts. Would you like to come and join the team of experts? And I went, I don't really know if I'm qualified, to be honest with you. I only drive a lorry, like, you know, I'm sort of, I mean, there are ROSPA people and AA people and policeman people and all that kind of stuff. They went, well, no, we've seen the show, we'd like to see you. So then I had to do a Zoom thing, and they sort of, and they showed me the footage, and, I just cracked on, like, you know, spoke about it and said what I thought was wrong. A lot of the time his footage is very small. I didn't have my bins on, and I was kind of looking at it. A lot of the time you totally miss it, like, you know, you go, yeah, you didn't actually check again, look for the grey car on the right, you know, the one that's just smashed into a wall and you've completely missed, like, oh hello, someone's ringing me. But yes, I'm on my way now. Better quickly get that phone call. Cheers, bye. Yeah, sorry about that. That was my mate Nigel on the phone. He was commenting on the fallout of what went on with what is going on at the moment with the Van Gogh thing. Still don't know what's happening. Yeah, so I can't remember who I was talking to anyway. So yeah, so I had the phone call. Channel 5 did the Zoom thing, passed the Zoom thing, compared to the accident, and then they kind of went, well, yeah, we'd like to record you for the show. And I went, okay, cool, lovely. So what it is, it's they're doing 12 episodes for this series, obviously very popular, and I keep trying to push this up a little bit. Yeah, so 12 episodes in a series, and I go in each time and record 2. So you record 18 episodes in one sitting. You kind of do 10 in the morning and about 8 in the afternoon. And there's noise in it. Yeah, 10 in the morning, 8 in the afternoon, and you sit there in an air-conditioned room in sort of, I want to say, Hatton Garden way. It's City, you know, it's not City, it's Blackfriars in London. So I'm in the posh car at the moment, because that's one that's compliant. So we go down there. They've got parking space, which is kind of cool. And yeah, so we sit there, and there's a cameraman, and there's a guy with a laptop, and then there's another guy with a clapperboard, and we sit there, and it's still very small. You're staring into a camera. It's very clever the way they do it. You're staring into a camera, and it's but you're not actually, you don't actually see the camera. It's like you're staring at a phone screen, but the phone screen's reflected. So the phone screen's here, and then there's like a 45-degree mirror that projects the image in front of the camera. So I think I'm looking at a telly, but I'm not actually looking at a telly. I'm actually looking at the camera. Yeah, that's clear as mud, isn't it? Like an SLR type thing for those of you that remember old contemporary reference to the 18 to 25-year-olds there. Yeah, and I would just sit there and they sort of say, and they say, can you like look at the screen, and just first of all they run it through, and it's just sort of let you know, so they want that reaction. Like, oh Christ, what happened there? They don't want that. They want the reaction, and then it's right. Watch it through again and look at, because I always miss it. I was going, yeah, there was an accident back there. You missed it. I'm always. I said, well, I'm on the show. It's you know, watch it through again, but this time watch what the white car does, or watch what the grey truck is going to, the grey pickup is going to do. Watch that yellow car coming from the side, and then you run it through a couple of times, and then they run it through slowly, and sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't, and I have to comment. And I have to comment to the best of my ability, which as it turns out isn't too bad, because I do know a little bit about the driving thing, because I've done a bit of the driving thing, and also I'm good at talking. I don't run out of things to say. Oh, it's a calm day, oh, it's a lovely day, the trees are green, it's blue, there's plenty of road, we're on a yeah, you just end up basically, it's like catchphrases, it's like say what you see type thing, you know. So anyway, so we're on our way into London now. We got to be there at 10 o'clock, so I set off at just before about 20 to 8. It's now 20 past 8. Yeah, in a minute we'll go and fight our way through the London roads and make our way to Ray Street in Blackfriars, which is where we'll be recording today's episode of Motorway Madness, Highways from Hell. Here we are in Holloway, just gone under Suicide Bridge. Yeah, the aptly named Suicide Bridge. They put barbed wire up against it in the end to stop people jumping off. Yeah, something else I wanted to say. You kind of, yeah, so obviously this is episode 5. I could have recorded other ones, but number one, you're all a bit panicky on the way in there, like, you know, and then time gets by. There's been kind of a lot going on in the Van Gogh world, so, but I thought, well, I'm going to do episode 5. I don't want to do it on episode 6, so I might as well record it now. Yeah, so you get to know how it works. So after a while, you're watching you're watching the screen, and you're talking, and there are 3 things. No, there's 3 things. That's the British 3 things. That's the European 3 things. I got that from Inglorious. What's his name? Yeah. So, firstly, the guy turns around and he says, "People like crashes and people like puns." So it's all about, it's kind of, they say, and it is, you know, to show what went wrong and what you need to do and all that. But I think the main reason that people watch the show is, it's like the motor racing. You don't actually watch the people win, you watch to see if something bashes into a load of tyres type thing. And also for the rubbishy puns. And I'm kind of good at the rubbishy puns, to the stage that we've now got a thing, whereas I'll come up with a rubbish pun and then go, Channel 5. I do it when I get home. You get in the mood of trying to look for puns all the time. I get home, my wife kind of goes, when you come back from these things, can you please not talk? Yeah, so, but she's joking, of course. But, well, I hope so. I always get this name wrong. That's that one, it's the second one. Yeah, so it's the puns and the crashes. The other thing I've learned to do is that at first I kept saying, can you say something like? Can you say, because they say, we want your opinion, we want you, we don't, we want, you know, and then we want you to be honest and true about it. And then I'll go, can you say something like, well, clearly that vehicle was overloaded. And at first I was trying to say something like, and then by the end of it, it's like, can you say something like, well, they really shouldn't have gone out on a day like today. And I go, yeah, well, they really shouldn't have gone out on a day like today. Performing monkey. Oh, they work me from the eye with the strings. But, you know, not always. Sometimes I go, and I go, oh, no, I'm not saying that. No, well, that doesn't really fit, does it? That's not me. So there is a modicum of honesty about it. And the other thing that I've learned to do is not to keep talking, because if you keep talking all the way through, talky, they can't cut it. So you kind of have to go, the car's, it's approaching the barrier now, it's hit the barrier now, it's spinning, it's pinwheeling out of control, and you have to have little gaps in between. So if you go, it's approaching the barrier and it's spinning out of control, they can't actually use it on the thing. So once you actually work out what it is they need, it kind of makes the whole process a little bit quicker and a little bit less painless, because at the end of the day, they're only human beings, right? They're just cameramen, and they also want to get home and see their families along with everybody else. So, and it's only telly at the end of the day. It's sort of, but yeah. So I'm off with my four weeks worth of experience to go and do episode 5 today. Like I say, we're starting hopefully at 10 o'clock. It's now 5 to 9. So I should hopefully be there for about 10ish. Yeah, starting around about 10 o'clock, and hopefully done by about 5 o'clock. That's how long they take. So once again, we're yeah, like I say, we're on Holloway Road now, and we're on our way down to Ray Street. Right, and here we are, Ray Street. This is where the filming starts. So yeah, I'm just going to come down here now, going to put up in front of this gate and go in and tell them I'm here. And here we are at secret headquarters where we'll be doing the filming today. Not so much a secret when you bear in mind I've just showed you exactly where it is and showed you on the video. And I've got me standing out here, super secret, like James Bond. Sort of internationally famous super spy. How does that even work? But I've got my outfit on, green t-shirt, blue shirt, have to wear it for everyone. I haven't been able to have a haircut since I started, and it is getting a little bit messy. I'm trying to sort of slick it down a bit at the moment, but yeah, here we go. I'm going to go and sign in now, and I'm making good time. It's 20 past 9. Hopefully we'll be able to crack on. And this is where the magic happens. Come here, look. So what happens is, so I sit over there, the air conditioning is there, which is very handy because it gets very warm because it's middle of summer. And then there's this light thing, and then there's a camera here, which I think is for side shots. And then there's the big camera over there, which is for main shots. And then there's a microphone, so they can tell me. And there's a clapperboard. Show you the clapperboard. That's the clapperboard. You know what a clapperboard look like. So I'm just going to come in here. So we sit in a seat here. So what it is, there's the camera, but there's this thing on the side, and that projects to a mirror here, which you can't see. Well, you can see me finger reflected, and that is what I see. I actually see the reflection in the mirror, which I think I'm looking ahead, but the camera sees me. And over there is a very big light, brighter than the sun, making me look pale. And apparently it's all going out on the 1st of September. So well, by the time you've seen this, it's already been out, like. But I'm going to go and have a look now, because they've shot episode 1, and it's actually finished and rendered, and I'm going to go and have a look at it. Aces. Like that. See? So that's the shot, that's where the image comes from. And then you look over here and there's the mirror thing. Hello, it's me. And that's what I see. I'm sitting here, and that's where it is. That gives you a rough idea of the size of the screen I'm looking at. And then the cars are about the size of that one over there, that tiny little thing in the distance. And as a result of which, I often completely miss the crash, and I'm still not 100% sure why they have me in, but I'm very grateful that they do. So anyway, like I say, I'm going to go and have a look at episode 1 now, and then we're going to sit down and do some filming. And that is me done. And to be honest with you, I probably wouldn't even have done this video if I hadn't actually just opened up the boot, opened up the door of my car and seen all the camera stuff in there and went, ah yeah, I'm taping this, aren't I? So yeah, no, it was pretty full on as usual. We did the whole morning, then we stopped for a sandwich, very nice. And then we did the afternoon, 24 clips in total today, because you're doing the ones that you're missing. Lots of lorries falling over and happening things in the wind and a few prangs here, there and everywhere. But you guys can watch it for yourself. It's Channel 5, it's Motorway Madness, Highways from Hell or something like that. But yeah, it'll be out now. So I hope you enjoy my my attempt at stardom. And when it's all over, I hope whatever you do, I hope you take care and take money.